First is vowel. Vowel definition. A vowel is a sound produced with a comparatively open configuration of the vocal tract. In everyday language, a vowel is a letter sound of the English alphabet that is not a consonant. Second is, what is vowel? A vowel is most often identified as a letter that is not a consonant. More specifically, a vowel is a sound that, when paired with a consonant, makes a syllable.
Vowel classification. From the viewpoint of articulatory phonetic, vowels are classified according to the position of the tongue and lips, and sometimes according to whether or not the air is released through the nose. A high vowel, such as E in missine and U in rule, is a pronoun with the tongue and side toward the roof of the mouth.
Vowel space. The method usually used is to set up an imaginary vowel space and define vowels by their position in the space. We imagine a cross-section of the human head looking to the left and define the vowels according to the position of the highest point of the tongue for each vowel. You can see the picture of the different tongue position for the vowel sounds in face and palm in the PowerPoint. Cardinal vowels are a set of reference vowels used by phoneticians in describing the sounds of language. They are classified depending on the position of the tongue relative to the roof of the mouth. Hover forward or back is the highest point of the tongue and the position of the lips, either rounded or unrounded.
Okay, now I want to explain about further classification. As was suggested in section 4.2, factors other than the classifications given so far are relevant to a full description of vowel sounds. Consider the English words sit and sit. You should be able to hear that the vowel in sit, E, is considerably longer lasting than that in sit, while there are other differences between the vowels. E is also lower and more central than E. One of the most obvious differences is their length. E is a short vowel. E is long. The colon indicates a long vowel. Long vowels are typically 50 until 100% longer than short vowels, and are sometimes represented by doubling the symbol rather than using a colon to indicate this, thus, E for the vowel in C. This notation also represents long vowels as being in some way similar to diphthongs, discussed later in this section.
The closed front unrounded vowel or high front unrounded vowel is a type of vowel sound that occurs in most spoken language, represented in the International Phonetic Alphabet by the symbol I. The mid-front rounded vowel is a type of vowel sound used in some spoken language, although there is no dedicated symbol in the International Phonetic Alphabet that represents the exact mid-front rounded vowel between closed mid O and open mid O. O is generally used. The near open front unrounded vowel or near low front unrounded vowel is a type of vowel sound used in some spoken language. The symbol in the International Phonetic Alphabet that represents this sound is A, lowercase of the A ligature, but the symbol and the sound are commonly referred to as H. A back vowel is any class of vowel sound used in spoken language. The defining characteristic of a back vowel is that the highest point of the tongue is positioned relatively back in the mouth without creating a contraction that would be classified as a consonant. Back vowels are sometimes also called dark vowels because they are perceived as sounding darker than the front vowel.
Continue the Riska material. The mid-back rounded vowel is a type of vowel sound used in some spoken language. While there is no dedicated symbol in the International Phonetic Alphabet that represents the exact mid-back rounded vowel between closed mid O and open mid O, it is normally written O. High back rounded vowel, it is a long vowel and so may be transcribed as O. For the example, U, move, you, and school. For O, cold, though, no. For O, born, corner, and George. A central vowel, formerly also known as the mixed vowel, is any in a class of vowel sound used in some spoken language. The defining characteristic of a central vowel is that the tongue is positioned halfway between a front vowel and a back vowel. In practice, unrounded central vowels tend to be farther forward and rounded central vowels farther back.
Okay, now I will describe the vowel system of English, receive pronunciation, and North American English vowels. Okay, the first receive pronunciation. Receive pronunciation has three placements, namely at the beginning of the sentences, the middle, and the end of the sentences, and with a long or short mention. For example of short vowel, I in kid and mirror, U in put, E in erase and marry, A in truck and carry, E in trap and marry, O in lot and orange, O in echo and sofa. For example of long vowel, I in flinch, U in gush, U in nurse, O in north and duke, in father and start. Long and short are relative to each other because of logical process affecting vowel length. Short vowel in one context can be longer than long vowel in another context. For example, a long vowel following a quartet consonant sound P, K, S, and H is shorter, read. It is pronunciation read, while health is health. Citation needed. Conversely, the short vowel becomes longer if it's followed by a Lebanese consonant. Thus, bird is pronounced bird, and bird is bird. In natural speech, the prosophists T and D might be unless you try. Finally, the distinction between this word will rest mostly on vowel length. In addition to such length distinctions, unraised vowels are both shorter and more contralized. The traces ones in unraised syllables concurring before vowel and in final position. Contrast between long and short high vowel are naturalized and short I and U occurs. Okay, the second North American English vowel. A majority of North American English, for example, in contrast to British English, included phonological feeder. The consonant sound is rhotic, full pronunciation of all R sound. Conscious deglottalization, with something pronounced salt, not salt. T and D flipping with metal and middle pronounced the same as mouth. Alveolarization, with filling pronounced filling, not filling. as well as feeder that conserve vowel sound, such and various vowel marker before R, so that Mary, Mary, and Mary are all commonly pronounced the same. Rising or voiceless E with price and bright using a bigger vowel sound, the price and pride. The weak vowel marker with affected and evicted often pronounced the same. At last, one of the loud vowel marker, the loud palm marker, is complete among virtual as American, and the loud duck marker among nearly half, while both are complete among virtual all Canadians and European with new pronoun new, not you. The last item is more advanced in American English than Canadian English.
Will describe a little about Scottish English vowel sound, but before we start, I will tell you about the first thing you should know about the Scottish accent is if American English use the middle of the mouth, but in Scotland they really use the mouth to pronounce the sounds. For example, like R sound. If in American sound we say R, but in Scottish sound we say R. R. For example, in the better word. If in American sound we say better, but in Scottish sound we say better, better, better. And then the sound E. If in American sound we say E, but in Scottish sound E can be S. For example, in the wish word, if American sound we say wish, but the Scottish sound we say was. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.